will this fix, is what the president saying making sense to you?
I think first of all, Olive, one of the tragedies, or I don't know whether it's a tragedy, but it is a problem that this government will continue to struggle to fix, is that it came in office on the backs of young people, the hustlers and the mamamboga. And therefore, the expectations of the public are way ahead of their time. The expectations are just too much. But it is also, I don't think it is something I would advocate for, that we are supposed to push a perception of pessimism and hopelessness in young people about government. Because governments exist to serve all of us, and they will be there for 5 years. So for us to paint government in such a picture that makes it almost so opaque is not very necessary. Remember, there are things, and I have seen a lot of propaganda spilling on this morning show, because we can't, for instance, say that the president has not been able to deliver anything he promised. Because I do not speak for the president, but to be fair on government and the president, at least even on the day one that the president was sworn in, he delivered for the judiciary. He delivered for the office of the inspector general. He delivered for some people. Like, we have promises that, so it is callous to sit and say that they have delivered on nothing. We have the Hustler Fund. It might not have been implemented, in my view, in how it was promised, but at least there was something. So painting it as though government is useless and doing nothing is neither here nor there. We must first of all be able to trust the possibility that government can actually be able to deliver. Otherwise, when we've come from the place where we believe it's impossible, then we are simply selling a narrative that will make our young people more hopeless, more pessimistic, and is not going to be helpful. Now, on the issue of the job creation because of housing, yes, I agree that there will be job creation, because and I want to tell my brother Chege that Mjengo does not necessarily mean people going to lift cement. Yeah, people out there studying construction in our universities, and this is an opportunity that is going to be there. We have, for these constructions to be done, there is electric work that has to be done. So there is a lot of things that will be done. So there will be, there is a possibility, actually there is a reality that for as long as there will be housing, then there will be jobs. My problem is that the president also needs to understand that not all the youth have specialized in areas around construction. So there must be other avenues as well that are going to create jobs for other young people, because we have the young people who are in communication, we have young people who are in diplomacy, we have young people who are in international relations. So we cannot be able to say that the only place where we are going to fix the unemployment problem in Kenya is through housing. Housing is going to fix some problem. There will be some people who will be employed, but again, not all of them. So there must be a way in which you can be able to balance the act and be able to also provide these jobs to the other Kenyans. And if you allow me to just also talk about something on the finance bill, because I didn't have opportunity to respond to that. Mm-hmm. First of all, I want us to have this realization and appreciation that I think this is one finance bill that has been most discussed in the Republic of Kenya since independence. That means the government has really been able to provide opportunity for public participation that has been fairly good. We have seen so many people comment on matters of this finance bill, and we have seen the conversation go on and on. We saw the president even drop the tax on content creators. So it has really been a good conversation, and also Kenyans have also been able to take the lead, because normally, you know, Kenyans do not really take the lead in conversations about such things. But for once, we have that. Now, about the president saying and requesting that the finance bill passes in parliament, I saw my colleagues talk about it being so bad, but the opposition leader has also said it should not pass. So we cannot be able to say that when the president says the bill should pass in parliament, that is wrong, and that is dictatorship. But when Prime Minister Raila Odinga says the bill should not pass, that is not wrong, that is not dictatorship. So there must be a balance. This finance bill is by the Kenya Kwanza administration. The Kenya Kwanza administration is being chaperoned by President William Ruto. We cannot expect them to come up with a finance bill, then the president says it should not pass. He obviously will say this finance bill should pass. He will put up his case, and he has done that severally. I saw him do it during Madaraka Day. He has called journalists to put up his case for this bill. So he is also negotiating for this. So we cannot be able to say the president should just sit and wait and wait for his the finance bill not to pass. I think there must be a balance there. We can't say the opposition leader is right to say it should not pass. That is not dictatorship. But the president is wrong to say it should pass. So there really needs to be to be a balance there. And my brother Mbanda said that how many people buy furniture. The conversation in the finance bill is not about the people buying furniture. It's about the people selling the furniture. It's about providing opportunity for those ones selling the furniture, not those ones buying the furniture. So when you argue that you only buy furniture once in a year, but the person selling sells the furniture every day. So if you're able to provide opportunity for them in that regard, then it makes them sense for them in that regard. So I think that is more or less what I would want to say on that. And I think we should, the president, for me, I loved it when the president said that we should hold him personally responsible. And I think because we have never seen the future, we've never been here where President William Ruto was. So if he has said, let him be held personally responsible, let us give him that. Let us allow, let us not be so negative in discussing matters of nation building. Because we're already saying that he will not deliver. We're already saying that we cannot hold him personally responsible because it's not going to be possible. Yes, there has been ills in the past, but let us have a benefit of doubt that the president has said, hold me personally responsible. Otherwise, if we are not going to believe in the government, we are not going to believe in the president, we are believing none of the policies of the government, then where do we want to go? Where do we want to live? Because we have a government and it's here for 5 years. So we must critique it. We must tell the government that this is wrong and this is right and this is where we want to be. But we cannot tell our people and tell the public that government is wrong in its entirety and we should forget about them. Forget about them and go where? This government must serve all of us.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Oscar and Camille, good morning. Thank you for making the effort